Some people dream of winning the lottery. Others, they dream of mansions overlooking the ocean, cars that roar with power, and a life of luxury most can only imagine. But the world is changing. The ground beneath these dreams is shifting, the very definition of luxury. It's being rewritten. The rules of the game are about to change, and not everyone will come out on top. Some will adapt, some will falter. This is the story of how luxury is evolving and how the wealthy will either rise to meet the challenge or be left behind. For decades, the world's wealthiest have enjoyed a life of unparalleled access. The finest things in life, from Italian sports cars to Swiss watches, were theirs for the taking. But a new era is dawning, one where the cost of opulence is about to skyrocket. The man behind it all, the former president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, his weapon of choice? Tariffs. Taxes on imported goods designed to reshape the global economy and in the process upend the lifestyles of the ultra-rich. The world watches with bated breath. Will this be the end of luxury as we know it? Or the catalyst for a new breed of American extravagance? Imagine a world where owning a Ferrari becomes a badge of honor only the very wealthiest can afford, where the cost of building a mega mansion doubles overnight. This isn't a dystopian future, but a very real possibility. The impact of Trump's tariffs will ripple through every facet of luxury living, leaving no stone unturned. The old rules are being rewritten. No longer will a few $1 million buy you a seat at the table of the ultra-elite. The price of admission is about to go up. The question is, who will be left standing when the music stops? To understand the seismic shift about to occur, we have to go back to the man who set it in motion. Trump, a businessman at heart, has always believed in the art of the deal. His strategy with tariffs is no different. By imposing steep taxes on luxury goods imported from overseas, he aims to achieve two things: protect American businesses and bring back jobs. On the surface, it seems like a simple equation. Make foreign goods more expensive, and Americans will naturally gravitate towards domestic alternatives. But the reality, as with most things in life, is far more complex, because the world of luxury operates on a different plane, one where price is often no object. These aren't your everyday tariffs, the kind that might add a few dollars to the price of a television. We're talking about taxes levied against the extraordinary. Think Italian marble used to adorn palatial bathrooms. Think handcrafted German appliances designed to elevate a kitchen from functional to a work of art. Even the wine flowing at exclusive parties, those prized vintages from the vineyards of France, will feel the sting of Trump's tariffs. The message is clear. Luxury is about to get a whole lot more expensive. And for those accustomed to a life of limitless possibilities, a new reality is starting to set in. They say home is where the heart is, but for the ultra-wealthy, it's also a testament to their success. A monument built with the finest materials, crafted by the most skilled artisans, Italian marble cool to the touch, gleaming under the California sun. French windows, offering breathtaking views that stretch on forever. These architectural marvels, these palaces of the modern age, don't come cheap, and with new tariffs, the price of opulence is about to skyrocket. Building a mega mansion isn't just about hiring the best architects and contractors, it's about sourcing the best materials, often from every corner of the globe. German appliances, renowned for their precision and reliability. Handcrafted chandeliers from the Czech Republic, casting a warm glow over grand staircases. Each piece a testament to the global nature of luxury. But with tariffs adding a hefty premium on these imported goods, the dream of building a mega mansion could soon become a much more expensive proposition. Imagine a developer used to building mansions for Silicon Valley's elite. He's accustomed to flying first class to Italy, hand-picking the finest marble for a tech mogul's bathroom. But now, with tariffs in place, that marble comes with a hefty price tag. The cost of luxury living is about to reach new heights. As the price of building materials climbs, so too will the price of these extravagant homes. For some, this will mean adjusting their budgets, perhaps opting for domestic alternatives. But for others, the allure of imported luxury may prove too strong to resist. The question is, how much are they willing to pay for a slice of that international opulence? The answers will shape the future of luxury real estate. And there's a certain romance to the open ocean, a sense of freedom that only comes from having the wind at your back and nothing but blue horizons ahead. For the ultra-wealthy, that freedom often takes the form of a luxury yacht, a floating palace equipped with every conceivable amenity, helipads for quick escapes to private islands, infinity pools that seem to melt into the ocean's edge, staterooms fit for royalty with views that would make a king jealous. These yachts, these majestic vessels, are more than just boats. They're status symbols, representations of success on a grand scale, but like most things in life, luxury comes at a price. And in the world of yachts, that price is about to get a whole lot steeper. Because you see, most of these floating palaces are built overseas, in shipyards renowned for their craftsmanship. Picture a billionaire, let's call him John. John's worked hard his entire life, clawed his way to the top. Now, he wants to reward himself with the ultimate prize, a brand new yacht. But with tariffs imposed on foreign-built vessels, John's dream yacht just became a whole lot more expensive. That $50 million beauty he had his eye on, now closer to 60, maybe even 70 million. The tariffs, they're like invisible walls, pushing the dream of yacht ownership further and further out of reach for many aspiring millionaires. The ocean's playground, once accessible to a select few, is about to become even more exclusive. The gap between the merely wealthy and the ultra-rich is widening, folks, and as the cost of owning a yacht climbs higher, the circle of ownership shrinks, leaving only the wealthiest of the wealthy to enjoy the freedom of the open seas. The purr of a finely tuned engine, the sleek lines of a handcrafted body, the feeling of power, raw and undeniable, at your fingertips. There's a certain magic to a supercar, an allure that transcends mere transportation. It's about the thrill of the open road, the wind whipping through your hair. Imagine a young entrepreneur fresh off a successful tech IPO. He's ready to reward himself with the car of his dreams, a McLaren perhaps, or a sleek Aston Martin. But with tariffs on imported vehicles, that dream car just got a whole lot more expensive. The price of exclusivity has climbed even higher. Some will delay their dreams, but others will dig deeper into their pockets. The pursuit of the extraordinary never goes out of style. For the wealthy, travel isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about the journey itself. Private jets, exotic locales, experiences curated for the 1%. But tariffs, my friend, they're about to rock that world. See those sleek birds of steel soaring above the clouds. They often rely on parts from overseas. Engines from Britain, avionics from France. All of a sudden, keeping those jets in the air, it's going to sting a little more. And those luxurious resorts nestled in the heart of paradise? Many import high-end goods to satisfy their clientele. Wine from Italy, seafood from Spain. With tariffs, that taste of luxury, it's going to come with a bitter aftertaste. Yes, sir, the world of luxury travel, it's in for a shake-up. Those accustomed to gliding from one exclusive experience to the next, they're about to feel the ground shift beneath their feet. Now, some folks might see these changes and think, well, that's the end of luxury travel as we know it. But me, I see opportunity. See, when the world throws you a curveball, you adjust your swing. With overseas travel becoming pricier, the smart money starts looking closer to home. Why jet off to a private island in the Caribbean when you can create your own oasis right here in the States? Imagine sprawling estates tucked away in Montana, private vineyards in Napa Valley, secluded retreats in the wilds of Alaska. Places where luxury isn't imported, it's built from the ground up. And who knows, maybe this shift, it brings about a new era of American craftsmanship. We might just see some homegrown luxury that rivals anything from across the pond. They say clothes make the man, but for the ultra-wealthy designer fashion, well, that's a different story altogether. It's a statement, a symbol of refinement, of exclusivity, a handcrafted Patek Philippe watch on your wrist, telling time and whispering tales of Swiss tradition. A Hermes Birkin bag, more than just leather and stitching, it's a legacy passed down through generations. But tariffs, they don't discriminate between cotton and cashmere, between calfskin and crocodile. When those taxes hit, that price tag on a bespoke suit or a haute couture gown, it's going to climb higher than a Wall Street bull market, and some folks might scoff. Who needs a $10,000 suit anyway? But for those who live in that world, it's never been about need. It's about what something represents. It's about belonging to a club most can only dream of. Now you might think that with prices skyrocketing, demand for these luxury goods might dwindle. But that's not how desire works, is it? Scarcity. It often breeds a stronger craving, a deeper yearning. Think about it. A rare vintage wine, a one-of-a-kind painting, they only become more coveted as time goes on. And these luxury goods, imbued with heritage and exclusivity, they're no different. The ultra-wealthy, they'll still line up for that limited edition handbag, that bespoke suit tailored to their every contour. Because for them, it's not just about the object itself. It's about the story it tells. It's a story of success, of discernment, of being a part of something timeless, something larger than themselves. And that story, my friend, that story never goes out of style. For years, the American dream shimmered like a beacon, promising prosperity, upward mobility. Climb the ladder, they said, and you too can taste the good life. But lately that ladder's gotten a whole lot steeper, especially for those aiming for the top rung. See, there's always been a difference between well-off and untouchable, between owning a nice car and a fleet of supercars, between a comfortable home and a sprawling estate. But tariffs, they're about to turn that gap into a chasm. The millionaires, the newly wealthy, they might feel the pinch. That second home in Aspen, that annual trip to the Alps, those indulgences might have to be re-evaluated. The belt, as they say, might need tightening. But the billionaires, the titans of industry, the captains of capital, they'll weather this storm. They always do, because for them, wealth isn't just about what they can buy. It's about power and power. Now, some might argue that this widening gap, this stratification of wealth, it's a recipe for unrest, but others, they see it as the natural order of things, the cream rising to the top, so to speak, and maybe they're right. Maybe this is just the evolution of the American dream, a dream where the middle class aspires to millionaire status, while the millionaires themselves, they're chasing a whole different prize. They're chasing legacy, influence, a seat at the table where the future is decided, and in that pursuit, a few million here or there, it's a drop in the ocean. So yes, the landscape of wealth is changing. The rungs on that ladder to the top, they're getting farther apart. And the question is, as the divide widens, what will bridge the gap? Will it be opportunity, or will it be something else entirely? Change is rarely comfortable. It disrupts the familiar, forces adaptation, and often leaves some behind. But within that upheaval lies opportunity, a chance for rebirth and renewal. America has always been a nation of builders, of innovators. And just as we once led the world in manufacturing and industry, so too can we rise again to claim the mantle of luxury. The tariffs, in their own way, are a challenge, a call to action. They say to American ingenuity, what will you create? And you can bet your bottom dollar America will answer. Will answer with a new generation of luxury, crafted with American pride and designed to surpass the world's expectations. Imagine it, sleek, powerful supercars, born not in the heart of Europe but forged in the American spirit, roaring down highways from Detroit to Dallas. Picture sprawling mega mansions built not with imported marble and glass but with American craftsmanship and materials rising high across the landscape. Envision luxury yachts gliding across the waves, not from foreign shipyards but from American shores, a testament to our renewed dominance. This is the promise of the long game. This is how America wins, not by clinging to the past, but by seizing the future, by building a new era of luxury, brick by brick, dream by dream. We've seen the storm clouds gathering, felt the winds of change blowing through the world of luxury. It's a world in flux, where old assumptions are being challenged and new realities are taking hold. The lifestyles of the rich and powerful, once seemingly untouchable, are being reshaped before our very eyes. The rules of the game are changing, and those who fail to adapt will be left behind. But amidst this uncertainty, one thing remains clear: luxury itself is not disappearing, it's evolving. It's finding new expressions, new outlets, new frontiers. The question is, who will be the architects of this new era of luxury? Who will shape its contours and define its essence? The answer, my friends, lies not in lamenting the past, but in embracing the future. It lies in understanding that true luxury is not about ostentatious displays of wealth, but about experiences, about innovation, about leaving your mark on the world. It's about building businesses that redefine industries, creating products that push boundaries, and investing in ideas that shape the future. So tell me, what will your legacy be? Will you be content to watch from the sidelines as the world changes around you? Or will you step up and seize the reins, becoming an architect of this new era of prosperity? The choice, as always, is yours. The world is changing, friends. The old order is giving way to the new. And from the ashes of the familiar, a new era of luxury is being born. Will you be there to witness it?